one of my dream places in Seoul, which is the Han River Bridge. And whenever I used to watch, the K-dramas, I used to always say, oh, wish I was there. And it was so, special for me that I could shoot in these beautiful places. I want to become the bridge between India and not only South Korea, even Hollywood. When I came here, when I was saying hello to people, instead of going like this, I was like, hello. And I was like, oh no. Here it's like this. Lee Dong-wook also I would love to work with, and third I would really like to work with BTS and BLACKPINK because they're so talented. That is Lee Min-ho. That is Lee Min-ho. You have to give me, that is, what is her name? Yeah, I know, but I'm forgetting her name. BLACKPINK in your area. My favorite out of them is actually I love them all, but 안녕하세요, 나름은 Anushka Sen, 감사합니다. That means hi, my name is Anushka Sen, thank you. So the last time I went, it was in the month of May when it was summer, spring. I was there for about 20 days, and this time also I was there for 20 days, but it was autumn winter, so I could see like two different weathers. And the first time when I went there for meetings and just getting used to everything and meeting the team and discussing about our future plans. And this time I was very lucky that I could actually shoot my first schedule of our film Asia. It was very busy, that I have to say. We used to wake up very early in the morning. Like I was waking up at 4 a.m, 5 a.m in the morning, and we were shooting till really late, and we were shooting in different places. I in fact got to shoot in one of my dream places in Seoul, which is the Han River Bridge. And whenever I used to watch the K-dramas, I used to always say, oh, wish I was there. And it was so special for me that I could shoot in these beautiful places. When we started, we didn't know anything about this industry, and as I grew up, I started loving cinema. I started loving being on sets, being in front of the camera. And I always knew that I'm going to be open to, everything. That it does not matter what the language is, it does not matter what the medium is, but I'm always going to experiment with, characters, scripts. So content is important, that's what I felt. And in 2020, when there was a lockdown, I was just sitting at home and I was feeling bored. I was like, okay, what to do? Then I suddenly, I was like, okay, I heard something about K-dramas. I was like, okay, let's try this. And I just immediately fell in love with the genre, the content. And I used to always be like, oh wow, wish I could do something like that. And I just manifested it, I guess. And 1 year, 2 years down the line, they contacted me. They told me that they were tracking me for 2 years, and now I have finally got the opportunity to shoot there, represent India. I want to become the bridge between India and not only South Korea, even Hollywood, because I feel as an actor, we all focus on the content, not the language. Like for example, India has South, it has so many regional different languages. I would love to try that out. So yeah, I've always kept an open mind to such things. The first K-drama that I watched was probably one show of Lee Min-ho. Lee Min-ho is my favorite actor. I think I watched Boys Over Flowers. No. Legend of the Blue Sea. Legend of the Blue Sea is the first show that I watched, and I loved it immediately. That was the first show, and Inheritors. Yeah, that was my initial show that I watched. So, the first time when I went to Korea, I got the chance to not meet him, unfortunately. I still have to meet him, but I actually got in touch with him. We were on a video call, and we had a phone call as well. And he was so sweet and humble, very warm and welcoming. He said that he was proud of the fact that he is seeing another Indian come here, and as I said, that he's my sunbae in that industry. And he was just like, be yourself and enjoy, and don't forget to enjoy every moment in Seoul, because this is really big. And he wished me lots of luck, and he gave me a lot of good wishes for my career in Korea. So I'm a huge fan of him, and I want to see him in more shows. I hope to work with him, that'll be great. So I didn't give her any advice, honestly. We were just connecting on a very good level, that she was also like, this is going great. Yeah, I hope people get inspired from this. We are just doing it not only for ourselves, but for our fans, for India. we're representing India. So it's a huge thing for the both of us. She's doing it in a different way, I'm doing it in a different way. I have not met her. Again, she's another person I have not met even this time, because my schedule was very, very busy, so I could not catch up with her. But I did have a conversation with her, and she's a very lovely human being. She's very talented. I've seen her videos, and I hope I can make a dance video with her someday. That'll be really great. For example, saying hello has become so casual. Like, people are just like, what's up and yo, which is cool, you know, which is really nice. But the way they say hello, and even like we have our namaste, which is so good, and you know, it's been in our culture for so long. So they also like bend and they're like annyeonghaseyo. It's always, they always do that. They're never casual about their hello. So they make sure of the point that the hello is a very important point of a conversation, because that's the start. And then secondly, they'll always, you know, they've never made me feel like I'm a foreigner in their country, which is very weird, because when I see everything is all good, I was very excited that I'm going to go for the first time, but I was also nervous that, oh my God, it's going to be so different, because they have also never met an Indian person. They don't know much about India, how it is going to be, is it going to be difficult, but they never made me feel like I'm a foreigner. My favorite would be, though, one of my favorites is tteokbokki, because that is like so spicy and so good. It's instant and I love it. I love their namyeon, which is cold noodles, which was a new concept for me. Because we know ramyeon, right, which is hot noodles, but namyeon is basically cold noodles. I was like, what, cold noodles? How's that gonna make sense? But that was so yummy. So, you know, now that I've come back, I've started to take lessons. Earlier I was more of a observer, and I was learning from, you know, apps and stuff, but now I think I'm gonna get a tutor only and like start learning Korean like that, like a serious, like a subject in school. So yeah. So Asia is basically a film where there are people from, you know, all the Asian countries, like let's say Thailand, India, Indonesia, Malaysia. These are all places where people are coming from one place, and they're representing themselves, they're playing those characters, they're playing themselves, and I'm representing India in it. It's a very big film, it's a very big opportunity. We are making this film so that Asia comes together as one. That's why we say One Asia. So it's a really, really big opportunity, and it has a really big goal, and we're working towards it. In fact, our director has said that it's going to launch in 2024, which is like 1 year from now, which is far, because we have just shot one schedule. He's going slow with it because the details are very important for him, and that's what I've noticed, that they're very strategic, that they're not rushing to it or anything. They're being very careful that what we're shooting, it's a big film, and to match all of these people's dates is very difficult, because they're people from all over Asia. So yeah, it's going great. The first schedule was really nice and we all had fun. There are a lot of things like that I've picked from there, because it's like a very normal thing to do there. For example, I told you, right, annyeonghaseyo, you have to bend, and even when they say thank you in the end, when you're leaving, they're like thank you, so kamsahamnida. So they're like very nicely, they bow. And to, like, when I came here, when I was saying hello to people, instead of going like this, I was like hello, and I was like, oh no, here it's like this. So they were very like, oh, what are you doing? I was like, this is a Korean way of saying hello. So that is one habit that I've picked. Like, I would love to collaborate with Lee Min-ho, obviously, because he's the first person who actually got me to watch, you know, Korean content. So Lee Min-ho for sure. Lee Dong-wook also I would love to work with. And third, I would really like to, you know, work with BTS and BLACKPINK, because they're so talented, but they are going to the army. But I hope I can collaborate with them, you know, in the future, because I'm army and I'm also, you know, I love their music, and I really hope to collaborate with them. That'll be so fun. That is obviously Anupam Tripathi. Such a nice picture. That is Lee Min-ho. That is Lee Min-ho. वो पता है guys, ऐसा टेढ़ा था, still I could see it. That is Sriya Lenka. Oh my God! What is her name? I'm forgetting her name. Come on, tell me, help me. You have to give me. What is her name? Yeah, I know, but I'm forgetting her name. Inju. No, that is not Inju. It's fine. 1 point. Oh, that is Crash Landing on You, the couple, my favorite. So I cried in that show. Like, when I was watching that show, I was crying. BLACKPINK in your area. My favorite out of them is like, actually I love them all, but I love like Lisa's like recent Money song. That's like one of my favorites. I love her solo song. So I am actually playing an assassin for the very first time. I've never played an assassin in my whole career. I've played a freedom fighter, I've played a teenager, I've played a superhero, but I've never played an assassin. So it's a very challenging role. It's a very different, and the film tone and manner is something to really look forward to. It's very international. It's very it has so much action, so much thriller, so much suspense. I know it's a long wait, but it's gonna be worth the wait, and I'm gonna keep updating you guys about what's happening. So I really enjoyed this interview. If you also like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Kamsahamnida. Lee Min-ho is one of those actors who I felt that who could switch from one character to another. He's done so much shows, and I was like, wow, this is great. This is like beautiful. And he's not only charismatic, but he's really talented. He has this, persona about him which is very attractive. And he's a very good actor, very natural and funny. They love India. They told me they love, our naan. They love our naan. And I was like, really? And they were like, yeah, the naan just like that is so good. I'm like, dude, no, you have to have naan with our like butter chicken or whatever. It's a shutdown. I love that. It's so cool.